Hi guys, welcome back for another one. Now today's video is showing you guys, especially you early and mid game players, of how to get Sharon Carter for 4 stars for free. Now first off, I just want to say any new mid game, even end game players, free to play to heavy spenders, you really want to get yourself this Secret Avenger team, or at least have stars on them, so that way you have access to build them up in the event that they become super important in the game. I do have a feeling that they are going to be very important as the difficulty goes up, especially in those skill lanes at Doom Raids, and that's the main reason why I'm probably going to be pushing a little hard for the Secret Avengers. So it's time for me to break down this event and tell you guys exactly how you can get yourselves a 4-star, possibly 5 stars of Sharon Carter. So as of recording this video, we have a little more than 4 days until Sharon Carter's here. You guys are probably going to be under 4 by the time you see this video. So anyways, the event has an easy campaign, a medium campaign, and a hard campaign. Now for my method to work best, you want to be able to clear the hard campaign. You can still rack yourself up a 4-star Sharon by clearing the medium campaign. It's just not as guaranteed as the hard campaign. But if you want to push yourself for a 5-star, it's pretty much out of the question if you can't clear the hard campaign. Now, because the method works best on the hard campaign, that's what I'm going to cover. So recommendations, first off, squad level 60. This is one thing I point out in most all these videos that I do, is that this number has not changed since the launch of the game. This number has not changed since the launch of the game, which makes it so much easier on newer players to start picking up and do these earlier campaigns. You probably will miss out on the very first 2 they do, but they do one of these every patch for a character. And it's a very friendly release method for characters. So anyways, squad level 60, I do recommend level 64. Gear tier 9, I do recommend gear tier 10. And ability level 5, to me, this means 6664 abilities. You do that for 5 characters, you should be able to get through the hard campaign. Now there are some factors that play into it, such as red stars can help you out and ISOs can help you out, but I'll get into ISOs and character recommendations a little bit later. Now, because the campaign is not live and I can't actually show you the footage through the campaign, I'm going to use the Isotope 8 campaign as an example of what you want to do every single day in the event campaign for Sharon Carter. So first day, you want to go through and you want to clear the entire hard campaign if you can. If not, once you reach your cap in the hard campaign, go down to the medium campaign and finish it off from there. Most new players should be, if it's not your very first one, should be able to clear off the medium, assuming that you have the right characters to do so. Now, on the very first day, if you do have an energy drop, it come in an hour or 2 before game reset. Wait to claim that energy, because you will get yourself an additional 80 energy if you just wait for game reset and the campaign to go live before claiming your energy. So go through, clear it off. Now, what you want to do is once you have cleared it off, and every day going forward is start every day with the hardest campaign, auto clear that until it's done. Do not record, refresh it, go to the next node. Same thing, auto complete it, go to the next one, auto complete. If you do that and you don't miss any of your free energy throughout the day and your energy never sits full, you will be down to just 4 nodes left at the end of the day. Use your 50 core refreshes on an energy and farm those 4 nodes. If you have any additional energy left over, go spend it on the medium campaign. And just so you're aware, the last 3 here in the hard campaign gives you the same energy equivalent as the last 3 in the medium campaign. So you're not losing anything if you go down to the medium campaign and farm there compared to these 3 here. Now, the method for a 5-star character. Now, I must stress every single time that this is not guaranteed. But what you want to do is you want to spend 100 core refresh twice, at least twice, on the medium campaign and farming there until you're out of energy. If you do that in addition to all this other stuff, you are giving yourself a chance at a 5-star character. You still need to have better than average RNG on the orb drops, but if you get better than the average, you will get yourself a 5-star Sharon Carter. And if you want to press your luck and really spend some cores, you can spend the 104 times. Now, if you're someone who says, I want to go crazy and spend 200 core refreshes also, and maybe even refresh some campaign nodes, I do have another video on my channel that was made some time ago when Kestrel was out. You guys can go back and take a look at that one, as I did the breakdown of why it's not worth your while of refreshing campaign nodes or spending the 200 cores. But if you want to go crazy, like I really want to get this character maxed out, use a ton of cores, I'm going to show you a way to save your cores. Before this campaign goes live, come here to this and spend your 500 cores here and just get orbs. It's cheaper and a better equivalent than spending your cores at a 200 core refresh or even a 50 core refresh to refresh a node. And I did explain better in that previous video, but once the event goes live, the value of 500 cores to open this orb go away. You'll never have an opportunity to do this again. So if you're someone who's going to go crazy and you're already planning on spending 200 cores, just go straight and spend 500 cores to open up this orb, because it's going to give you a better drop rate or a better return for your investment. Now, if you want to know what characters you can use in this event, what you want to do is go to your filter, find Saboteur. There we go. And boom, these are all the characters you can use in this campaign. I'm going to show you guys some recommendations here in a second, but you just go through, take a look, see what fits you on your roster, and then make your decision from there. Now, the other thing to know about this event and why I highly recommend this event for especially new and mid-game players, no matter if you're a free-to-play or a spender, is because of the orb and the contents that are in the orb. Every character that has a Saboteur trait is also in the orb, except for some exclusions, which we'll get into here shortly, but I'm going to show you all the characters that can benefit your account if you somehow pull them instead of Sharon Carter. So first up, let's talk recommendations. I highly recommend these following 10 characters if you have access to them or have them built up. Invisible Woman. Ghost is the missing character in there. Just couldn't find character art for her in time of making this video. Kestrel, Minerva, Baron Zemo, Taskmaster, Black Widow, Multiple Man, Nebula, and Gamora. All 10 characters that have use somewhere else in the game is why I highly recommend them. Now, if a character you see is very built up on your roster and not shown on this list, don't worry about it. You can probably use that character to help clear, because we have a nice advantage which is not factored in the event campaign called the Healer ISO. The Healer ISO, just putting on characters, especially for older content and content that hasn't been updated, the Healer ISO on all 5 characters does wonders for clearing content. So you do have access to that if you shall need it. And if you're saying I want to do the hard campaign but I don't have access to ISO, it's probably because you're not level 60, which means you can't do the hard campaign anyways. So now, the characters that are not new orb. So these are the exclusions that have the Saboteur tag that are not new orb, and you're going to see why. Wolverine, daily objective, A-OK, that's a good move there. Invisible Woman, she's a legendary, obviously. Maria Hill, not released yet, and obviously the event's not for her, but she does have the tag, which usually means this character will be released in the time period of this event going on. And that's pretty much been the pattern, even though I'm a little confused on what they're doing with Sam Wilson and Maria Hill release date, as usually characters are released at a minimum 7 days apart. Kestrel's not in the orb, no surprise, unfarmable, very powerful character. Agent Coulson, still at milestone orb exclusive character, and Anti-Venom, a premium orb exclusive. Now, the characters that can follow this orb that can help you towards a legendary. You have Bishop, Kitty Pryde, Ghost, Multiple Man, Cable, Gamora, Mystique, Mysterio, Loki, Domino, Quake, and Ronan, and that's actually not all the characters that are in this orb that can help you towards a legendary. So if you need help towards legendary farming and you don't want to try to farm all these characters, going hard for Sharon Carter could land you some shards of these characters. Next up, if you are an early mid-game player, you may not be through the Doom campaign, which this orb also gives you access to shards of Multiple Man. It's a possibility that Multiple Man could fall from that orb instead of Sharon Carter, which can help you maybe unlock him earlier, and he is needed for Adam Warlock. The other important reason why I highly recommend these orbs can save you on arena credits, raid credits, and war credits, also blitz credits too. Just so many credits, where as they keep adding characters to these stores, it makes it harder on a newer player to really complete them. And going hard on these campaigns, not only can you get a future-proof character, you can also start racking up and completing characters that are a little older, and maybe it'll take up a little bit more of your resources and can save you some time. So you have Quake for Arena, Raid, you have Mysterio, Killmonger, Baron Zemo, and Ronan, and then war credits, 2 really good characters to really get, especially if you're early mid-game player, Ghost and Minerva. And last but not least, exclusive characters. Yes, this orb can drop Bishop and Kitty Pryde. I do expect both these characters to become farmable very soon, within the next 2 months at the latest. But if you want to grab some shards now, or possibly grab some shards now, they are in this orb. And guys, that will do it for me. That's all how to get the 4-star character and why I highly recommend this for early and mid-game players exclusively. And if you're a late-game player like myself, I'm still going to go crazy on this, because, hey, the more I get on this character, the less I have to worry about it later. And that will do it for me, guys. Expect an update video coming from my channel very soon, as I'm going to announce my full-time return to YouTube and Twitch very soon. I do appreciate all your guys' love and support. It's been much appreciated. But until that video, and until I make my full-time return, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.